Happy Tuesday to you. I probably caught you just a little bit early today, so we're going to go a little bit early because I want to talk about an important question we get asked. This week's theme is important questions or very common questions that we get concerning dog ownership. So I want to cover this one today because Kira, who does a lot of the scheduling for our training here at Taming the Wild, she gets asked this question 2 or 3 times per week. A lot of people are into the adopt versus shop, and I get that. So the question that is asked is, Bryan, if I adopt a dog from a shelter or rescue, and the dog really needs training, should I send the dog into training, meaning talking about a board and train program, a program in which a lot of trainers will take your dog, train your dog, and then train you? So the question begs is, should I take the dog home, get it used to me, let it bond with me, let it get familiar with everything about my home, and then to send the dog in for a board and train? Or should I do it the other way around? Adopt the dog, send it in for a board and train, and then take it home. So when you think about all of this, a couple things are very common. One, the dog, when it went into the shelter or rescue, no doubt was stressed. And so therefore it's going to be stressed down here as well. Whenever you take a dog away from the shelter, regardless of how you feel about a shelter, so many people look at shelters as like doggy jail. And they want to rescue the dog from the rescue itself. So that being said, let me tell you one thing. I've talked a little bit about habituation, how animals will habituate to circumstances. They will simply adapt to it. Humans do the same thing. They find themselves in a really bad situation or in a really bad place. And after a while, well, it's really not so bad. So we hear about this with people in prison and how they adapt a prison environment. And next thing you know, they really don't want to leave. They don't want to step out of prison. So, even if you think about it as that, which they're not, you have to get in the frame of mind that they get used to being here. So regardless of where they were when they come out, whether they go here to a home or whether they go to a board and train, they're going to incur more stress. Anytime I go into a novel environment, which would be your home and you, or a novel environment, which would be the board and train, I am going to immediately seek out the rules of prediction and control. What's going on here? Who are you? What time do we eat? When do the lights get turned off around here? What do we do next? Who are you as far as a dog goes, in case you even have other dogs? So guys, the same thing occurred when they went in here because it was a novel environment. Same thing's going to occur here because it's a novel environment and you're novel. And then when I come out, there's some stress. So in other words, if I go to a home and then I go in for training, there's this training that's the stress that's incurred just through training, just by itself. Not to mention all the other rules of prediction and control. And then the same thing, if I come in for a board and train, I go home and I'll have stress there. So all that being said, these are going to be 3 stressful events for your dog. That's no doubt. So knowing that, which one is the least of the 2 evils? Which one is less stressful? Well, I'm going to have to go with the board and train one, meaning you adopt the dog doesn't even know you really. And you take the dog from the shelter, from the rescue, and take it straight to a board and train program. Because here's why. During this board and train program, the animal will learn a language like heel, sit, down, stay, place, come, off, quiet, all sorts of commands, all sorts of human language, all sorts of human expectations. And if the dog has really bad habits that would make going home really bad, make you really second guess, why did I get this dog? This thing jumps on me, it attacks my children, it ate my sofa the other day. Here, at least here, a lot of those undesirable behaviors can be eradicated and new desirable behaviors installed. So once the dog comes out, now you have owners speaking the exact same language. Oh, I don't know you, but I know that word, and I know that behavior, and I know the requirements of that behavior. So wow, holy cow. It'd be like you being sent to a foreign country. And at least the people that you speak with and you have to live with in whatever dwelling you live, they can speak most of your language. a good part of it. You understand a lot of the words in which they're saying. So therefore your stressor comes down. And the expectations. You may not know their customs. You may not know their culture. But if they teach you real quickly, or if you go in already knowing a little bit, going, okay, make sure you don't shake with this particular hand, make sure you don't wave, so on and so forth, then you're going to be less stressed. So that's really the bottom line. Here, we take away bad behaviors. Here, we create good behaviors, which then makes the entire process more enjoyable for the dog owners, typically far more successful. And as far as the animal goes, again, I don't know you, but I know that word heel. I know that word sit. I know that word down. And I know what they mean. And because I do them, you pet me, you give me treats. So the transition into here is a far smoother one than if I go from here into home and all of a sudden it's just full of, no, stop it. You're killing me. Oh my gosh, why did I get this dog? I cannot even believe you just chewed up my $150 pair of shoes. So think about it. Hope that makes sense to you. So for me, if I had to give you any recommendation, no matter what, pick a good board and train program with a good responsible and a good reliable with a good reputation type trainer. Take that dog from the shelter, put it in there. It doesn't know you anyway. So at least the dog that you're now going to basically adopt from the board and train program should be a very well trained dog, and that should smooth the transition into your home, making everything less stressful for both you and your dog. Okay, guys, that's it for the day, a short one for the day. If you found this information beneficial and you've got some friends possibly struggling with this decision, just show them the video. And then after that, if you have any questions of your own, some common questions that you would like to have asked and answered from me, send them to me. I'll be glad to answer them. Other than that, have a safe day, and I'll see you tomorrow.